Hi guys. Alright, so we're going to talk about Bethenny Frankel today, and just a disclaimer, if you are a Bethenny fan, if you like her, if you think that she is the greatest things, that's all good. I've mentioned before that I actually watch her TikTok sometimes because I think that she gives upfront and honest reviews, and I like that. So I wouldn't consider myself a fan of hers, but I do appreciate her honesty. This that she got herself into, it's not only what she did, but it's also the way that she's handling it. I just have some thoughts, so I figured that I would jump on here and share with you guys so we can talk about it. So I have some notes. Obviously, I will be reading. Apologies if that is distracting, but I want to kind of be as concise as I can with this. Basically, the reason that Bethenny is in hot water right now with a lot of people is because she filmed herself going into TJ Maxx. I guess it's the TJ Maxx that she frequents. And she was gifting one of the TJ Maxx employees who has common or frequent interactions with Bethenny. Bethenny decided to gift this woman a bunch of makeup. And the way that it went down is, it says in a TikTok video that has since been deleted, Frankel, who regularly posts about her shopping runs to TJ Maxx, brings on her latest trip a big bag of beauty products. In the clip, she says that the items are for gifts for kind employees and are all open but still, quote, brand new. And Bethenny Frankel seems to have forgotten what brand new is. If you open something and you swatch it on your face or on the back of your hand, that item is no longer brand new. Now, if you open a box and you literally don't even break the seal or open the product at all, then I could understand that still being considered brand new, just with a damaged box. But something that is brand new has not been opened, tampered with, swatched, put a little dot on your cheek, and that's not still considered brand new. And I think that most people that not even I don't even need to say makeup enthusiasts or people who use makeup, I think that most of us can agree on that, can we not? In the video, which of course I will play for you guys because obviously once something's on the internet, it's there forever. We have that conversation all the time. But in the video, she said, so I came to TJ Maxx with my daughter because the women who work here are so nice and they're always complimenting me on what I buy, Frankel said in the clip. So I wanted to bring them some of the leftover makeup that I just try, like open up and put in a giveaway pile, but it's all brand new. Again, the brand new conversation, we can debate about that all day long, but if you're opening something, taking a swatch of it and realizing that it's not a shade of pink that you need or want in your collection, that item is no longer brand new. Still nice of you to donate it, but if it has been swatched, it is not brand new. At the register, Bethenny approached a cashier and explained what was inside the bag, saying that she can share the products with her friends. They're all things that have been opened once and not used, but they're good and fancy and expensive, she said. Again, I'm still a little lost on because later on in another video, which I'll play as well, she explains that she receives products and she uses a concealer as an example. She realizes a concealer is not her proper shade, and so the way she explained it, in her mind, that item is still brand new, even though she did break the seal of the product and realize that it wasn't her shade. This is where it gets interesting. And as a reminder, all of this was being filmed. So all of this was content for Bethenny's TikTok, where she gets decent engagement on her TikToks, especially anything to do with TJ Maxx, which she knows. She was filming this whole interaction. So this poor employee who has been approached at work, literally, like she's there trying to do her job, Bethenny approaches her with this, and the cashier said that she wasn't allowed to accept gifts or gratuity, and was concerned that she would get in trouble with her employer for taking the bag. And Bethenny, being her, an individual like a lot of others, who has a massive ego and a lot of self-importance, says she would message TJ Maxx on Instagram and explain the situation, and said they're going to make an exception. So Bethenny, Queen Bethenny, TJ Maxx is going to make an exception because Queen Bethenny said that it's okay. So they're going to go ahead and break their policy and allow something to happen that they do not allow to have happen because Queen Bethenny has messaged them on Instagram. That's not the way the world works, and that's not the way that it unfolded for Bethenny or this poor individual who had all of this unfold publicly.
So I came to TJ Maxx with my daughter because the women who work here are so nice and they're always complimenting me on what we buy. So I wanted to bring them some of the leftover makeup that I just try, like open up and put in a giveaway pile, but it's all brand new.
Used.
So we brought over the giveaway stuff and I put it all in separate little bags for my friends here. So you'll meet them soon. So this is my friend who compliments my purchases. What's your name? Consuela. Okay, so I've got some goodies for you in here.
Doesn't even know her name.
So I put them in separate bags, like so it's like got separate like eyeshadow, brushes, lip, whatever. But I'm gonna give you the whole thing and you can give it out to your friends. But they're all things that have been opened once and like not used, but they're good and fancy and expensive. Okay? A lot of trouble for taking it. No, I'll talk to corporate. You're not gonna get in trouble. Why would you get in trouble? Don't worry.
We're not allowed to take any kind of gratuity or gifts.
Oh my God. All right, Consuela, I'm going to message TJ Maxx on the Instagram and they're going to make an exception, okay? Don't worry, they'll come reach out to you because the people are going to speak. Okay, Consuela, you're the best. All right, I'm messaging TJ Maxx because Consuela's getting that stuff.
The caucasity.
All right, hopefully they'll make an exception. Otherwise, I don't know what she's going to do with that stuff.
One of her prior Real Housewives co-stars ended up responding to this first video and said white savior complex, which we'll talk about in a second. Bethenny goes on to respond to the backlash that she was receiving. She posted 2 reaction videos of her own on September 17th. In the first video, she began by addressing the controversy. I'm in a lot of trouble and I think I'm being canceled. The 52-year-old went on to explain that makeup brands often send her makeup in a plethora of shades so she can find the right match. She'll usually open the box and look at the shade to see if it's right for her complexion. For products that she open and aren't a match, she says now fall somewhere in between the new and the used category. If you break the seal, it is not brand new, period. Frankel explained that she regularly hands out the products to her staff and other people. Now, if you want to give a product that had its seal broken to your sister and she's okay with that, or your best friend or whoever, that's one thing. But let's not hand out broken seal swatched makeup and call it brand new. Your friends and family, that's one thing, if they're okay with that. But strangers or people that you come across day to day, that's not brand new. She continued and said, I always have bags in my car for random acts of kindness. If someone's nice to me, I just hand them something, she said. She noted that sometimes she opens the product and applies it to her hand to see the shade and then puts it on her lips. Not from the applicator because I know I'm going to give it away, she said. Again, broken seal, I don't care if you swatch it with a separate applicator or the applicator that comes in the product. That is not a brand new product. Say what you want about that, but it's not a brand new product. Since TJ Maxx employees aren't allowed to accept gifts, Frankel said she ended up bringing it to another store. She then said she heard people on social media were saying she's really cheap and has a white savior complex. She ended up donating it to people at Restoration Hardware. The makeup that TJ Maxx employee said that she couldn't receive, Bethenny still tried to push it and get her own way. Because of her self-importance, she ended up having to go pick up the products from TJ Maxx and she took it to Restoration Hardware.
I'm in a lot of trouble and I think I'm being canceled. I did something very wrong. So I get sent a lot of makeup to try, to test. And makeup brands are very, very generous with how much they send. They'll send it in every shade because they want to make sure that you like the product and that you've gotten the right shade. So in some cases, I'll open a box and it rips the box a little bit. And then I'll look at a shade to see if it's right for me and determine It's not right. Now we have a ripped box. So it's not new. It's not used, but I don't need it because I don't need 3 concealers and 3 shades. I need 1 concealer and 1 shade, if that. Same thing with 7 pinky nude lip glosses. I don't want them to go to waste. I think they're beautiful. I do give them to my staff and my assistant and other people, and I always have bags in my car for random acts of kindness. If someone's nice to me, I just hand them something. So I certainly don't need all 3 of these. So I will open it up, put it on my hand, maybe put it on my lips, not from the applicator because I know that I'm going to give it away. And then what I do is I have a whole big bin or bag that I keep all the things that I'm not going to use, but that are perfectly good. And then I take Ziplocs and I separate them. So each kit will have like a foundation, a lip, a powder, etc. And I was at TJ Maxx and the women were complimenting some of the things. I thought, oh, that's so nice. I want to get that. I wish I could afford it. So I went back there with this big bag of probably like $1,000 in makeup. And they have a policy where they can't accept it. Luckily, Restoration Hardware doesn't have that policy. And I brought over the same bag that I got back from TJ to Restoration Hardware. But it's been all over the worldwide internet that I'm really cheap, which maybe I actually am because I don't waste anything. So that I'm really cheap and that, what is it called? White savior complex. So people like to use these really big woke words and terms like narrative and gaslighting just to act like they're really smart. So I may have white savior complex because I brought perfectly good, unused but opened makeup to people that I don't think would be able to buy this level of makeup on their own. So I guess I'm being canceled. What shall we all do? Thoughts and prayers.
She elaborated on the comment about Frankel having a white savior complex without naming her directly. Bethenny said that she went and educated herself on the term and whatever. She continued and said, we're just in this time where people want to say something provocative so people can jump on and the mob can come. And it's like everyone's just trying to come up with some great catchphrase that they can criticize you of. This is not the way to respond to backlash, Bethenny Frankel. Frankel defended herself, saying that some kind gestures are just as simple as that, kind gestures. Everything doesn't have to be something. Some things could be exactly what they are. You went to a store to bring some makeup that you didn't want to throw away and you didn't need. But here's the thing, you decided to make content out of it, and because you decided to make content out of it, which in exchange you get paid for.
So as I mentioned in another video, a former housewife said that because I brought a bag of makeup to women at TJ Maxx, that it was white savior complex. She said one word, white savior complex, which that's 3 words. But someone emailed me and said that's actually racist to say that to you. I didn't know what the term meant specifically, and then I went and educated myself and looked it up, but it's saying that I am trying to be a white savior to people of color by bringing them makeup. There was a group of women that I brought the makeup to, many of whom I don't know, meaning I gave it to one person to give to a group. So it's not even factual. We're just in this time where people are just want to say something provocative so people can jump on and the mob can come, and it's like everyone's just trying to come up with some great catchphrase that they can criticize you of. People have said one person said I was cosplaying being poor by going to TJ Maxx. I've been going to TJ Maxx for decades. Like, it's just people think that they can sit behind a keyboard with this terminology and then go criticize someone, and they just hope that they're going to put the bait on the hook and everybody's going to jump for the fishing rod. And the truth is they just make themselves look really stupid and really desperate. Like, everything doesn't have to be something. Some things could just be exactly what they are. You went to a store to bring some makeup that you didn't want to throw away and that you didn't need. So I'm getting really fucking sick of stupid people trying to act smart. And stupid is as stupid does. So go watch Forrest Gump. You find that people who are not educated and trying to tell you how smart they are, prove how smart they are, often use a lot of this terminology. They try to make themselves seem important. It's very arrogant. It's very bombastic and it's pretentious. So it's an education, but I think as much as cancel culture lives on, I think some people are starting to get frustrated with everything being something. In 2023, calling people names using terminology like that, it can be scary, it's alarming, it's provocative, it's unnecessary, and it's really, really ignorant.
But anyway, I'll include the clips and everything like that. I just want to know how you guys feel about this. How do you feel about the brand new thing? She also went off on a tangent about being a regifter, and she said, "Cancel me, bitch," and went just completely off on people that were upset. I don't know. I don't like this side of Bethenny Frankel, and I liked her solely for what I felt like were transparent reviews, but I don't like following people like this. They're very combative, they're very just self-serving and egotistical, and I didn't like seeing this side of her. I don't watch The Housewives, so I don't know anything about her time on The Housewives or anything like that.
When you're done with the last thing you were canceling me for, I got another one. I'm a regifter. Yup. Cancel me, bitch. Let's say a brand sends me a bunch of beautiful candles or like fragrances or body oils or something. I'll try the ones I'm interested in trying, and I'll give away the ones I opened, and the ones that are fully intact, I'll put them in the gift closet, and I might take out one of those beautiful candles and then put a bottle of wine with it, buy like a nice gift bag to go with it, buy a candle snuffer, or purchase some nice, like a nice glass jar of matchbooks, and I might give that to a teacher or a tutor or a nurse in an office or someone that, I've met along the way, or someone who did something nice, or someone who like is a dog walker for me or something. I'll regift the fuck out of that shit. Cancel me, bitch. Right here. In fairness, I'm a big gift buyer though. When, let's say, something amazing goes on sale, like a really nice dop kit or like a card holder, because I always like to have gifts for men around, or like a really expensive fragrance. It goes on sale, I'll buy like 10 of them and I'll just store them until next year, Christmas, or their birthday comes up, or they do something nice. And I've always got multiple gifts just on deck, highs to lows. Like I said, re-gifted candles all the way up to Hermes, Chanel, Dior. I run the gamut. Yep.
The article finishes out and says TJ Maxx made Bethenny return to the store and pick up her Ziplocked goodies. And wouldn't you know, Consuela's loss is Restoration Hardware's gain. Bethenny promptly understood the assignment after being told by TJ Maxx corporate offices that employees cannot receive gifts. And she hightailed it to Riverhead, New York, and dropped off the baggies at Restoration Hardware. In the comments of the video where she went off and said, "I'm a regifter, cancel me, somebody said she still doesn't get it. And Bethenny quickly replied and said, "Oh, I get it. You're a bored complainer who likes to create drama and make up issues that don't exist." So this is clearly just another example of somebody who cannot be wrong. And she doesn't see the issue with labeling used makeup as new makeup, putting it in a bag, going to a person's workplace, filming the interaction of you being such a giving person, and when that person provides words and expresses to you, "I am uncomfortable with this situation because this is breaking the rules and I am at work and I don't want to put my job in jeopardy." Bethenny Frankel decides to tell everybody how important she is and how she can just send a quick little DM and it won't be a big deal because I am that girl and I am just too cool for school and your boss is going to listen to me. The boss didn't listen to her, and I feel awful for this woman who was put on the spot because now these videos have completely gone viral, and it's because Bethenny Frankel just had to film her doing such a good deed. It reeks of just ick. But I know this is random. I want to know how you guys feel about this. Did you see all this going on social media? How do you feel? Sound off down below. I have a very, I don't like when people film their good deeds. I don't like when people film people with, you know, no notice. Like, don't just bombard somebody at work and start filming them because you want to show TikTok your good deed and how charitable you are. I understand that sometimes if trust is broken, there needs to be proof given. Like, hey, I said I was going to donate this stuff because you guys helped pitch in, and, you know, here's some form of receipt, without filming people who are not consenting to be part of your social media. I hope all that makes sense, but either way, for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment, and if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.